Welcome all of you for Science and Tech session 6. And yeah, we have done so many things in the previous lectures. And here I need to tell the privatization importance in the space sector. What is the importance of the space sector? Okay. Now let's dive in our class. First, what is importance of the private sector? Okay, let we before going to we have to need to know the importance of ISRO also. Okay, before privatization of Indian space sector, what will be the how ISRO will handle all the missions and what are the work of ISRO? Okay, Indian Space Research Organization is our research and it is fully owned by government, right? It is performed all functions single-handedly. This organization in India only handle related to the space sector till now. And it is handled research and development and structural design of anything, any rocket, and commercialization launches like some company will need to offer to launch for themselves, and data sales also, and the policy administration. Some decision related to the missions, need to launch or not, and some payment fund related, some decision will also taken by the ISRO also. But but why we need to create privatization of Indian space sector here? Because the ISRO only handle all this activity, but need to reduce the burden also, right? So that's the main reason. Here we are separating research scientific from the purely commercialized operation. Research to scientific research, we only given for the main priority of the ISRO now, and commercialized operation are given to the privatization of space, Indian space sectors. I hope you got here what is the main importance. And ISRO need to focus mainly on the fully developed space problem, deep space techniques like Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan need to develop highly deep space mission. It is related and it's work of ISRO, not any private sector. The major mission of Indian space tech is going to be the ISRO, and those small operation need to launch the satellite in low Earth orbit for communication satellite, remote sensing satellite need to launch. So those launching satellite going to the private sectors. Okay, now it is one of the subunit of ISRO. It is New Space India Limited. Okay, it is incorporated in 2019 and it is fully state-owned central public sector enterprises. It is also fully state-owned central public sector enterprises. It is not private sector. It is public sector enterprises. Remember, guys, if UPSC asks here, um, in the place of public, they can add private. So, New Space India Limited, remember, New Space India Limited is not a private, it is a public, that is state owned central public sector enterprises. And here, administrative department is Department of Space. Just remember some major function of this commercialization of technology, the spin off patent, some what are the commercialization missions was handed by the ISRO. This ISRO will hand over the some commercialized technology to the New Space India Limited. Okay, and also transfer of manufacturing, like the manufacturing of the construction of the rocket, manufacturing of the rockets, and like that. And for example, see guys here, the production of PSLV was transferred entirely to the consortium led by the Hindustan Aeronautic Limited company. Okay. Mm, and also one mission is there, that is demand driven satellite mission. Also remember guys here, demand driven satellite mission. This is also belong to the function of New Space India Limited. Why I am it has the many chances to ask the questions in UPSC. And what is this mission? Revising the world space supply model. Okay, it will revise the what is the world space it will revising the world space supply model, right? So then what the space supply model here? Then world space supply model, what is that? World model is ISRO. What is happen in world model? What will happen? ISRO build a satellite. Okay, first ISRO build a satellite, then launches that satellite, and then look for customer to contribute their network, and those are these who will need some network communication like that. They will look for customer then. But here now it is revising direction. It reversed the direction. What will do the new model? First, identify the demand first, and then gather payment, and then instruct ISRO industry to assemble the and launch. This is fully reverse direction compared to the old model. Guys, some key commercial launches milestone of the new Space India Limited. It is state-owned central public enterprises. Okay, this body is set. Okay, this is not still private. It is state-owned central public enterprises. India has commercialized foreign and domestic launches utilizing LVM3 and PSLV launches. Okay, it has the potential. It has not potential. It can launch the satellite using LVM3 and PSLV. Okay, for domestic or foreign purpose also. For example, Amazon One Brazil. It is also it is like a foreign. Okay, it is from the foreign, and the first dedicated commercial mission of PSLV for an international payload. That payload it provided, and it is a commercial mission of PSLV for an international. Okay, the NSIL it is worked for the foreign also, because by launching PSLV satellite. In the same way, one web mission also here. NSIL successfully executed massive multi-state satellite launches on LVM3. Here, the NSIL also successfully executed. It is already executed one massive multi-satellite launches also. Multi-satellite launches means in a single rocket, there are so many rocket will be there from LVM3 rocket that will help to showcasing the India's commercial capacity. It is enriching the India's commercial capacity heavy orbital development. Okay, and some are crucial communication satellite overview is there. You can look CMS-03, that is GSAT-7R. It is launched via LVM3 M5, that is built, and it is as for a military communication asset, and for it is Indian Navy. And yeah, and through the satellite we can also recognize the radar through the satellite communication, so that will help for military purpose also. It weight approx 4400 kg. Okay, see here how it is utilizing to launch those missions. So GSAT satellite is there. It is absolutely heaviest communication asset. It is GSAT 11. It is highly heaviest communication asset. Is one of the asset, like it is one of the asset. Okay, the 5600 to 5800 kg it will hold. And because LVM has capacity was limited, but India outsourced development of French Guiana the heavy lift Ariane 5 launcher. But LVM3 has limited capacity than French Guianas. Okay, using the heavy. But we launched the GSAT 11 satellite through Ariane 5 launcher. Okay, you got how it is. And GSAT 20 and GSAT N2. What is happening here? The high throughput communication payload dedicated to Disha TV. Like, see, I am said na, some companies will offer to launch the satellite. These like Disha TV because ISRO is lacked immediate gestationary transfer orbit heavy capacity. Okay, then NSL brokered a launch deal with. Okay, see here this GSAT 20 GSAT N2 it is launched through the our NSIL. It is brokered deal with SpaceX utilizing a Falcon 9 rocket also, and it is Bluebird Block 2. It is upcoming commercial satellite payload of approx 6.5 tons guys and managed under NSIL terms also. It is also managed by the NSIL. These all the commercial to communication satellite overview. Just remember here what it is communication satellite overview, right? That is CMS 03 and GSAT 7 are like that. They asked in questions GSAT 11 and GSAT 20 and GSAT N2 and Bluebird Black. Just remember this one. Bluebird Black. It is also for communication satellite. Okay. Now, guys, now one of the major important bodies of the related to the space. Okay, space sector. It is INSPAE SPACA. It is INSPACE, the nodal regulator. Okay, its full form is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. Okay, what is its nature? What is the nature of it? And it is independent body. Okay, it is not dependent. It is independent body. It is autonomous body. Then if independent means it is autonomous body. Remember, and single window nodal clearance agency operating within. It is single window nodal clearance agency operating within Department of Science. Okay, in Department of Science, it acts as a single window clearance. Single window nodal means if it this body is this body will authorize any company, you can do in a space sector, you can do in a space sector, you can launch the satellite like this. And if it is authorized for that company, any company, then that company will then company will need not to be take any authorization from any further body. It is so it is the nodal regulator. Okay, and why it is created, I also I used already company, right? Company means some private companies entering the space sector need permission. Okay, if need any company to enter the space sector, they need permission. That permission will granted through the INSPACE. Okay, it helps to manufacture the satellite and utilize the and it also utilize the ISRO's launch pad. Here INSPACA serve as the regulator to authorize and supervise these activities. Okay, and it will also act as the watchdog and the private sector company in the field of space sector. The Indian Space Association. Here, what is that? Indian Space Association. Mm, unlike it is not like New Space to New Space India Limited and that Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Centers. It ISPA is not a government body. Just remember here, boys, it is not a government body. Just remember, it is INSPACE. That is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. It is government body. Okay, it is government body. It is not government body. Indian Space Association. Remember, guys, Indian Space Association is not government body. It is a private industry collaborative association. Its work what is it is Indian Space Association. Here only remember, guys, association. Association means gathering of some institution are like to some people and make a one association like that, uh, association or one institution like that. It will gather the private industry and form a one collaborative association related to the space system. Okay, related to the space. Mm, you can read here, you can get. It is the private industry collaborative association of space system manufacturers, acting as an advocacy group to voice private industry concern before policy developers. Right? I hope you got some. Some people will look for, we we can got any support from anybody, then we can go grow more. In the same way, to develop the industries, furthermore, for nowadays the private company also entering the space sectors to raise the voice for them or to secure the space for them. They need some influencer. That influencer will be the Indian Space Association. Okay, it is a collaborative association of space system manufacturer. Okay, and it's similar like NASCOM for IT sector. NASCOM is for IT sector and CTAM is for auto sector. Auto sector means automobile sector. I hope you got. Here comparative matrix is there. You can, it is ISRO research and development body and its core scientific research and tech development. Its role. Here role is there. What is the nature? And it is okay. It is New Space India Limited is also government, public sector undertaking all. Okay. And it is commercial transaction and marketing of ISRO's asset. It will handle commercial transaction and marketing of ISRO assets. In the same way, in in space, what is that? INSPACA. Okay, Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, right? That is the nodal regulator. Just remember, this body is the regulator, act as the regulator for the, it is act as a regulator for the private sector. And this question is asked by this 2026 prelims. Okay, it is single window licensing and authorization of private firms. Okay, you've oftenly heard the privatization in space sector is emerging, right? That's why this body is in the news. So we have to care the careful to the news. What are they going to be asked? Okay, here ISPA. What is that ISPA? That is Indian Space Association. Okay, it is also industries association. It is industry association. I said you, so many company will gather and form a one association. Okay, who are looking to the develop space sector or need to enter the space sector. It will become a voice for them and represent private players and shapes the advocacy level. And this is, and okay, from Indian Space Sector Architecture, Department of Space. Okay, under the Department of Space, ISRO will come, IN Space and New Space India Limited. IN Space, it is in, what is that? I forget that full name. That is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. Okay, it is licensing a regulator body and it is research and development. It is commercial of public sector undertaking. All these three bodies are government body. Okay, but here Indian Space Association, it is not a government body. Remember, I hope. And here some main questions practicing of some main questions is there. If you have interest, then practice it. It will help you a lot. If you are hearing this lecture now only, then practice now.